Good afternoon and welcome to Cuesta TV. We have water polo today. We have the 8th ranked LA Valley Monarchs and your 3rd ranked Cuesta College Cougars here at Cuesta Pool. This is a Western State Conference, so it's a conference game for both teams. The Cougars and Monarchs are both 1-0 in conference. Cuesta comes in 3rd ranked at 12-1 overall. LA Valley is 9-4 and 8th overall. So this is a great game. It's going to make a big difference in both playoffs and the conference. The Cougars or the Monarchs have shared the Western State Conference title for the last 11 years in a row. Nobody else besides Cuesta or LA Valley has won since 2006 when Ventura won one of their rare titles back then. So these two teams have been the powerhouse in the conference, and got a couple of the best coaches in the state. Cuesta's John Marsh. He's in his 19th season here at Cuesta College. John has just recently achieved his 400th career win, and he's got his team at 12-1. Then over there at LA Valley is Jim Mcmillan. Jim Mcmillan helped win a national championship at Pepperdine in 1997 before he moved to the community college ranks. And he and John have a little bit of a history together. John Marsh played for Cuesta in 1980 and 81, All-American both seasons, while Jim Mcmillan played for Santa Ana College. So they both kind of returned to their roots as community college student athletes. Jim went on to play at UCLA for a bit before transferring to Pepperdine, where he finished his collegiate career. And John after playing at Cuesta, also played at UCLA for a little bit, and they were actually redshirted together. So it's a very tight community. The fact that John and Jim were both on redshirting for UCLA or playing at UCLA at the same time. And now here they are coaching together in the same conference with a couple of epic battles between them for the last decade plus. And the goal for Cuesta, we got a couple of people from out of the area in the goal for both teams. For Cuesta, they have Armin Justin, a freshman out of Budapest, Hungary. And for LA Valley, there's Vlad Danilov. So both goalies enjoying big seasons. 4 good teams. And the sprint will go to Cuesta. That's second-team All-American Dean Moody winning the sprint for the Cougars. Your Cougars moving left to right across. They are in the dark hats. Ball is into Johnny Northcutt, who makes a great swim little move, but blocked by Danilov. Northcutt, second-team All-Conference last year, currently leading the team in scoring. He is Cuesta's September Athlete of the Month, just announced this morning. So Johnny gets a nice move, dollar move, but a great block by Danilov. Cougars in a full press. And great defense by Northcutt right there. He forces the turnover, and Cougars on the fast break. Cuesta is one of the better swimming teams in the year in the state. Cougars have a lot of players off last year's swim team that finished 3rd in state. So there's a lot of swimming talent out there, which is a factor, but also being able to pass, shoot, and all those other things. Water polo really takes a lot of everything out of you. And there's a foul. A little extra slap at the end there. That's going to be an exclusion. That's going to give the Cougars a power play. Can't see quite who that was who's going to eject it. But Cuesta has now a 6-on-5 advantage. Even up, both teams are 6-on-6 plus a goalie. And there's Dean Moody up top, second-team All-American last year. Northcutt on the corner, and Northcutt misses a shot. And Stosh Perry, one of the All-American swimmers for the Cougars last year, and at the post. He's a load. He's at 6'7", and they like to get the ball in there to him high out of the water, and he can get up there pretty high, go catch it, and put it in. But that one was in the water, and a little scrum sends it back to LA Valley, who's on the attack. Sometimes the bar is your best friend, sometimes your worst enemy. That right there, best friend for Armin Justin off the post. Anywhere else, that might have been a goal right there. Great spin move right there. And just not enough energy on that ball. Loshin Zwaszka tried to skip it in there and didn't get enough oomph on it. Luckily, like Johnny Northcutt trailing puts it away. Sorry, that was Noah Nifke coming through on the weak side to get that sputterer and put it away. So Cougars on the board first, 1-0. We were playing 8 minutes quarters. We're about five and a half left in the first. Tough defense by LA Valley. Cougars not getting an opportunity here, but they get free shot into Northcutt, and it's off the crossbar. Just at the buzzer. There is a 30-second shot clock. Resets after a shot or a major foul. Aaron Ray out there pressing, pushing the Monarchs all the way back to half. Johnny Agazarian tries a little lob, but Justin has just enough in it himself, gets out of the water, and gets a piece of it and knocks it down. Cougars on the break. Nifke trying to finish it up, gets inside water. The left-hander got in there. Trash picked up by Stosh Perry and blocked again. So Noah Nifke, the freshman out of Costa Mesa, came in there. He made a nice move. Just didn't get enough of it. I think they were expecting him to be a right-hander, and that little left-hander almost got it in there. And we remain 1-0 Cuesta. And we're just past the halfway point of the first quarter. Cougars getting caught for the exclusion. That is used when you're holding, sinking, or pulling back on an opponent. And that was Aaron Ray. He'll go into the penalty box for a 20-second power play for LA Valley. In the box for him will be Ronan Bailey. An opportunity to sub out just Aaron Ray. And Cougars nice field block there. Looked like Nifke himself. And Ronan Bailey bringing the ball down. I didn't think Coach John Marsh was ready for that one. A little early in the shot clock with a bad angle. And we go back the other way. LA Valley on the attack. Ball out of bounds, back to Cuesta. And Dean Moody's on the weak side with about a 2-body length lead. They get the ball to him, and he just can't get the handle of it. Goes back to the white. Almost too open there. Sometimes that happens. Get that open, and you're so ready to shoot, you just can't get a handle on it. Great steal right there. Loshin Zwaszka, the freshman out of Clovis, up in Fresno area. Nice save right there. Danilov read that one coming. Nice high lob into the 6'7" Stosh Perry, but Danilov jumped up there and intercepted that, knocked it away. Out of position, and it's going to be a power play, 20-second power play again for LA Valley. Zazwashka got caught out of position. You can't play defense from behind here. It's all about, it's one of the tougher sports to referee, but the easy thing to do is to see who is in position. If somebody's in the offensive player's head's in front of the defensive players, they have an advantage, and it makes it real easy to make a call when you foul somebody from behind. And there's Aaron Ray coming in out of the penalty box, subbing for Zawashka, and he just comes right in, gets the ball, and he's got Moody again, cross cage. This time Moody collects it, and this time, once again, Moody can't connect. Great block by Danilov. That might have gone off his nose back out to half court. So Cougars have had some good opportunities so far. It's just 1-0 with about 20 seconds left in the first quarter. And there you have it. It's all tied up at 1. Hakup and Surian. When you're fouled outside that, as long as you put the ball in play, you may shoot now. That's a new rule. And that direct throw right there evens the game. So here we go. 12 seconds left. Ear guards are important. Ears are very susceptible in the water. But they will not stop the flow of the game or take away anybody's advantage, so you got to find that hat when the play breaks. So Ethan Francis has his hat back on. Sorry, that is Sako Capuchin. And no shot before the buzzer. And so here we go. Again, 2 of the top 10 teams in the state. Number 3 Cuesta, number 8 LA Valley. 2 teams that know each other, coaches who know each other. In a Western State Conference game. As mentioned, no team in over a decade, other than the Monarchs and the Cougars, have won a conference title in the 8-team Western State Conference. And we are knotted at 1 after 1 quarter of play. Couple of players to watch for LA Valley. Their leading scorer this year, who just scored that first goal, Saku Capuchin. He's got 44 goals on the season, leads the team with 68 steals, so he's doing it on both ends of the pool. And following up behind him with 30 goals is Johnny Agazarian, and Hakup and Surian with 28. And of course they have Danilov in the goal. He's played almost every quarter, 41 of 51 quarters on the year with 109 saves. For Cuesta, leading the way is, as mentioned before, the Cuesta College Athlete of the Month this month, Johnny Northcutt, his second T-ball conference last year. He's leading the team with 28 goals. Cuesta has much more diversity in their scoring. Johnny and his brother Jordan, only 2 players with more than 20 goals on the season. His younger brother Jordan, a freshman this year. Johnny's a sophomore. And Jordan has 22 goals, followed by Dean Moody, and second-team All-American from last year, 19 goals. And the Cougars really have a lot of balance. 11 players with at least 10 goals on the season so far. And we're only 12 games into the season. So Cougars, again, come into the season. The defending Western State Conference champions. Currently 12-1. LA Valley at 9-4. Both teams are undefeated in conference so far. Cougars ranked 3rd. LA Valley 8. So this is going to be a game as good as billed. Two of the best teams in the state, and this will make a big difference in the standings of the Western State Conference. Cuesta is going to hit the road this week. They have a community college game at Citrus College. And then on Friday and Saturday, they got a couple of 2-game tournaments against 4-year schools. The Cougars taking on the 4-year schools, give themselves a bit of a challenge. Today should be a challenge, but even a bigger challenge this week. They'll start down at the Cal Baptist tournament, the game against Cal Baptist, and then move on to Biola, where they'll play Biola and the University of Toronto, coming all the way from Canada. So, four games against 4-year schools to end the week. You start it with your number 1 conference rival, LA Valley. Big week for the Cougars. Big steps. A good chance to prove themselves. Both teams switch sides. Cougars in the black still. Now going right to left. Crutch. And there's the Jordan Northcutt, younger brother of Johnny. They're easy to find if you see them. They have Northcutt tattooed from shoulder to shoulder on their backs. So, and they are 7-11. So Johnny tried to muscle his way through, made a great move. But there's just too many white caps to get him free. Long pass in there. That was one of those tough moves right there. Stosh Perry, number 18, was fronting for the Cougars. Got to play between them and the ball. The ball got past them, and it looked like that long pass from the half court into Sako Capuchian. And he got the goal right there because I think it might have frozen Justin a little bit. He wasn't sure if he could get out there to that ball, so he stayed home. That gave him an easy scoring opportunity. There's Kaputikin. And again, the Cougars caught on the drive again. Running that same sort of pick. Cougars tried to press in the lanes, and right there, that time, Justin was ready for it. Armin Justin came out and made the steal. So the Cougars learned a little bit there, watching that rotating front pick and drive. And Armin Justin read it this time perfectly and made the steal. So both coaches chirping a little bit at the far referee. Cameron Allen over there, I think she just gives it a little bit of a laugh there, knowing that that's a little bit of the gamemanship and nothing about what her call really meant. Steal there by Stosh Perry. Cougars Ronan Bailey kind of forced that into set. Jordan Northcutt in there. 2 guys on him. And that's a turnover. Cougars called for the exclusion. In the box for 20 seconds will be Aaron Ray. Power play for LA Valley and timeout by Coach Jim Mcmillan. Looking to increase his lead a bit. LA Valley's one of these outscored the Cougars. They scored the last 2 goals, so we have a 2-1 game. Cougars starting to get a little bit of foul trouble. This is the 3rd power play for LA Valley. Cougars have only earned 1. A lot of good things going on in Cuesta College athletics right now. Volleyball getting into the meat of conference play. And cross country back in action after a slow start. Really seen some great stuff from state qualifiers on the men's side. Jordan Riley had another great race. And Dosai Esquivel is leading the women, along with freshman Paige Medrano. Soccer's been suspended for now, but women's volleyball again in the heat of battle, and wrestling has jumped out of the box looking really good and getting ready for their Meathead Mover Invitational coming up in a few weeks. So here's LA Valley on the power play. And here comes a shot. Everybody saw that. That's one of the things the skip shot can giveth, and skip shot can taketh away. And it looks like LA Valley got away with a tug and killed the Cougars' fast break. So it's still 2-1. Aaron Ray up top with the ball. Josh Perry dumps it. Cougars don't get a shot off. 30-second shot clock. And we're halfway through the second quarter. Offensive foul. And an exclusion. Timeout for the Cougars. Hakup and Surian. Got a little grabby there in the fast break with Aaron Ray, and the Cougars get the power play. Great opportunity for the Cougars, and Coach John Marsh isn't going to waste it. He's going to take a timeout and make sure everybody's on the same page to see if they can put one away. Coach Marsh has a nice experienced staff there. He had 2-time All-American and Cuesta Scholar Athlete of the Year Chandler Mankins, who's a goalie for the Cougars, went on to play at UCI. Zach Tucker also played for the Cougars and went on to play at San Jose State. And Lane Porter just finished up last season, 2-time All-State player. And Lane is heading to Cal Poly. He's taking some time out here to come out here and help out at Cuesta. Lane's sister, Chloe, is on the women's water polo team. She was just joined Northcutt as our our athlete of the month. A great all-around player, as are all the Porters. Dad Kelly still owns the school scoring record. And there's Stosh Perry, as we talked about earlier in that first power play. They love to get it to him. Stosh at 6'7" with great legs, great speed. If you get that ball up in the air, there's nobody else who's going to touch that besides Stosh. And Stosh got it and put it away, and we're even up. 2-2. Coach referee is Dave Riley on the near side, Cameron Allen on the far side. Two very experienced referees both in this area and nationally. And great hands by Loshin Zwaska. He's already been excluded once, so he made sure his hands were about as far up as possible. And Justin got out there and made the steal. So Armin Johnson makes the pass to half. Cougars goalie, there's over to Loshin Zwaska. And they're doubling back down on Johnny Northcutt. Good move. Northcutt is a load in there at 220 pounds. And on the outside, that's a tip shot. Danilov got a piece of that. Coming off of Noah Nifke. So Ethan Strecker in there takes the ball out of bounds. And Noah Nifke gets run over there on defense. And real high up in the lanes, real physical defense by LA Valley. And again, they tried to double team. Double team was late there on Northcutt. And the Cougars are in a power play. So Northcutt is the team's leading scorer, but a modest 29 goals. A lot of what he does is force the double team and open up a lot of other teammates. So here's the Cougars power play, 6-on-5 advantage. You get 20 seconds, and now they're even and a quick. And there you go. Left Northcutt open there on the post. And quick pass and a goal. So Cougars back on top. Now 3-2 with a little over 2 minutes left in the half. Cougars kind of pressing out everywhere. Kind of a nice little circle pattern over there for LA Valley. Just kind of, you drive and run. And forces the Cougars covered up, and a nice outside shot. Blocked by Armin Justin. Freshman out of Hungary. Northcutt got tough time getting a handle on it. Finally gets it off, but was fouled in the meantime, so he gets a free throw. Again, if you're holding the ball, the referees will not call a foul, because if you are holding on to that ball, it means you think you can do something with it. And as you can see right there, a slight mugging of Loshin Zwaska. He was going to try and hold on to the ball and try to get rid of it too late as this double team came to him. And he had the ball and lost it. So that's one of the conceits the referees have to make. If you are holding the ball, you will not get an ordinary foul, because if you're holding the ball, that means you think you can do something with it. So a hard foul right there by Ethan Strecker. Cougars moving up, kind of force it in there. Right there, kind of a skip pass right there, and you throw a little skip pass like that, and you got somebody wrestling on the inside. It's tough to let go and grab that ball as it goes by you. So turnover there on the Cougars. 20 seconds left. And Cougars out of position. Stosh is out of position. That's a dime on that pass. It was a great pass. Luckily, he got deep enough where it's a bad angle, and Armin Justin was enough to get a tip on it. And we're going to try one more goal out of the quarter, but that's officially a steal. And a three-quarter tank shot blocked by Armin Justin. And we enter halftime right now. Cuesta 3, Los Angeles Valley 2. So everything going well for the Cougars right now. Cougars haven't had too many games this year where they've been in trouble offensively. They've only had, other than their loss to top-ranked Golden West 15-5, their nearest game has been 8 goals this year. They beat Sierra 18-10 the first weekend and beat Long Beach, who's also ranked in the top 10, 13-5 a couple weeks ago. So a 3-2 game here with 8th ranked LA Valley is not what the Cougars expected, but like I said, these two coaches have known each other for so long, played the same system at UCLA for a bit. Both community college athletes coming out, went on to the 4-year level. So you got a lot of common. They played a lot of games against each other. That has to count for something here. So halftime, Cuesta 3, LA Valley 2. We've got a lot of action coming up the rest of this month with Cuesta Sports Monthly. Coming out, just came out the last episode for October, early showing this month, and then we'll have broadcasts coming up for volleyball and wrestling. Soccer, as I mentioned, has been suspended, and so we won't be having that. And cross country is on the road all year, so two sports we will not be able to cover here on Cuesta TV. It will be soccer and wrestling, but then we will have basketball season kicking off. And we have a couple of games we'll be doing in November and December. So, the 13th year of this project. Cuesta TV is rolling strong. So just be ready for, we still have wrestling, women's water polo, and then both volleyball and wrestling. That will be a double header that night. Wrestling has a big match. They have the Meathead Mover Invitational, sponsored by Meathead Moving Company, and its founder Aaron Steed, former all-conference first-team wrestler for the Cougars, and that has become the premier wrestling event in the community college level. So make sure you come out there for the pre-match for that. We'll have a women's volleyball game, and then a wrestling conference match, and then all day Saturday will be the Meathead Mover Invitational. So at any time on Saturday you want to see some great community college wrestling, great wrestling just as it is, come on out here to the Meathead Mover Invitational at the end of this month. Still waiting for my broadcast partner, Carl Bloom. He's a little shy today. Probably waiting for son. Ethan Bloom's on the team. So it's really interesting to see how many of these players have followed. As I mentioned, Lane Porter, the assistant coach, his sister played here. His dad played here. Ethan Bloom on the team. His dad played here. It's just as so we got a lot of players coming back here. The Northcutt brothers. Aaron Ray is on the team right now. Aaron Ray's mom, the first women's water polo here at Cuesta College. She played on the 86 and 87 men's team before Cuesta had women's water polo. That started in 1999. But his mom, then Karen Larson, was on the team. And Aaron Ray's dad, Eric Ray, was a former assistant coach here and a 2 years all-conference goalie for the Cougars. So a lot of people coming back here. It is a big family out here at Cuesta. We got Stosh Perry on the men's team right now. His sister Jensen is playing for the women's team, and his twin brother Ethan also swam for the Cougars, was All-American last year. So a lot of things happening here. And we talked about assistant coach. We're talking about assistant coach Lane Porter, his sister on the women's team, and Zachary Tucker, the other assistant coach, his sister played on the Cuesta soccer team. So all in the family here. Coach John Marsh, his daughter swam here, wife played volleyball here, and his son played water polo here. Was also Cuesta College Athlete of the Year in 2013. So here we go, second half underway. Cuesta College 3, LA Valley 2. Cougars win the sprint. Cuesta still going left to right on your screen. They will switch again in the fourth quarter. And the ball under. You cannot put the ball under to shield it from a defender. If you're being defended and that defender can put that ball underwater, it is a turnover. May not drown the ball. Opponents is questionable. The ball is a negative. So big push off right there. That's one of those. So a little simulation there, trying to get a call right there. A little grabbing and pushing there. So I'm trying to figure out what the call is here. I think referees were on cross purposes. Backcourt ref was going one way. The front court ref is going the other way. So they'll call it a correctable error and start back with 9 seconds left. Foul by Ronan Bailey. And the lob shot is good. Great move there by Hakop Surian. Got up big and threw the changeup over Armin Justin. So we're all knotted up at 3 again. Northcutt gets up big and chases, hits the bar, and that's a cheap shot by the LA Valley goalie on Justin, and he's going to go to the exclusion box right there. So the Cougars up without a goal, empty netter right there, and Cuesta back up on top 4-3. So no Nifke gets that shot right there. Like I said, Northcutt is a load, 6'5", 220. And he got moved pretty good by that little kick there. So if you can move Johnny Northcutt, it's a pretty hard hit. So Cougars take advantage of that and go up 4-3. Dean Moody pressing on the outside. Cougars with a loose press. And great steal. I feel like I'm sounding like Chick Hearn when I talk about Stosh Perry and those long arms. It's kind of Kalish. I don't think they can say Kevin McHale without saying Kevin McHale on those long arms, and it's about the same as Stosh Perry in those long arms. And he had a nice steal there. Cougars up 4-3. Little inside pick. Goes nowhere. Nice coverage by the Cougars on defense. And LA Valley does what they call, as you might have heard, they're dumping the ball. They throw it in the corners, so the goalie has to go out and chase it. And gives them opportunity to come back and set up their defense. Northcutt tries to do a little back and forth. To Nifke. Pass off his back is a little high, and it's a turnover. LA Valley back on the attack. Cougars dropping. And Armin Justin makes the save. A little bit closer than you want somebody to have a moving shot. Plenty of opportunity to square up the goalie right there, but a nice block by Armin Justin. Penalty shot will come from 5 meters. That's that orange cone you see across there. 2-meter cone is kind of like the goal line. You're not allowed inside that cone without the ball or behind the ball. You cannot go in front of the ball if you're inside that red area, the 2-meter area. And then out at 7 means if you're fouled out there, you can take your shot. Edward Shanakayan lost his hat. Number 11 is now number 18. Your interesting San Luis Obispo fact. Those ear guards on those hats, invented here by the Hind Wells Corporation. They were big in water polo early in those days. Actually, San Luis Obispo has been a big spot for a lot of places. Live Ball Monthly was here, and we had Straight Down Sportswear was also begun here in Central Coast by former water polo player Mike Raleigh. Originally a volleyball outfitter, now more of golf. And Sako Kaputikin evens the game back up at 4. So 2 teams just trading goals. Okay.
Pete will introduce you at the next dead ball. Yeah, introduce him at the next dead ball.
Big name. Write down. You write down your name. Thank you. Good save. Okay. All right, here we go. Dean Moody on the attack. Timely foul by LA Valley. And kind of slows down the fast break for the Cougars. Moody working his way inside, gets advantage, gets it back outside. Aaron Ray moves in. Dumps it into Johnny Northcutt. But Johnny Northcutt having a nice game. What's up? Zach. Okay. All right. They'll be joined here in a moment with Zach. Cougars back up 5-4. Rosters for both teams. So Cuesta back up 5-4, about halfway through the third quarter. And LA Valley on the attack. Cougars pressing all the way out at half. And they have that little pinwheel offense right there that LA Valley's doing. Just rotating drivers from what we call the 2 spot. Going left to right from nearest to farthest. 1, 2, point is 3, 4, 5 on the other side. So this little 1-2 drive that LA Valley's been running all day. Here comes, pretty predictable, but effective. And as I mentioned, the yellow cone out there, if you get fouled, you can take that free shot. LA Valley tried to take advantage of that. But they were inside the yellow cone, so that's a turnover. No goal right there. Inside Jordan Northcutt. And an offensive foul right there. Ball in play. Easy opportunity right there for LA Valley, and we have tied again, knotted up at 5. So I'm joined by Zach. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing okay. We've got a Donnybrook here. 8th ranked LA Valley and 3rd ranked Cuesta tied at 5. Josh Perry on the drive. And there's the exclusion. Like I said, the Cougars in the middle there, they usually don't have Jordan and Johnny Northcutt in there, but that's a quarter ton of Northcutt they have out there, and that makes a big difference in each game. Take out Johnny and bring in Jordan. And Noah Nifke right at the goalie. Vlad Danilov didn't even have to have arms to block that one. Now what you wanted on that one.
No. It was working for a second, then it stopped again.
So there's that drive from the 2 spot. And the shot clock runs out. Cuesta on the break. And once that whistle blows, you're not allowed to touch that ball. And right there, easy power play for the Cougars. And Lotion Swashka's shot off the bar. So Sako Kapuchian was excluded. Cougars can't capitalize on the power play.
What? Yeah.
So hard foul right there by Aaron Ray. The Cougars are up on the counterattack. LA Valley seems to have brought it up, but
The inside.
Noah Nifke tried to skip a shot, hit a bump, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. Still all tied up, 5-5. Zach, what have you seen so far?
I've been seeing a lot of great plays from both sides. The defense is looking real nice. Yeah, I think that both teams are playing really, really great.
Yeah, these teams, first time they played this year, but you could tell they kind of know what to expect from each other. It's either great scouting, or just these coaches know each other a little bit too well.
Oh yeah, I know that Cuesta's team has been practicing very hard twice a day. Yeah, just putting in the hours for sure.
Well, you got to remember, you're not just battling the opponent. You got to battle the water too.
Oh yeah.
It makes it a little bit tougher. The fear of drowning.
Yeah. Especially with a 180-pound guy right on your back.
So, yeah, that extra leg work.
Oh yeah.
Don't skip leg day.
Not these guys.
So here we go. It's all going to come down to these final 8 minutes. 5-5.
Last quarter.
As I mentioned, other than the Cougars won earlier in the broadcast, other than the Cougars' one loss to defending state champion and #1 ranked Golden West, the Cougars have not played a game that was within 8 goals. All 12 of their victories have been by at least 8 goals. So to be 5-5 right here, this is one of those situations the Cougars have not been in this year, except for that one game. This is only the second game where they've been this close to an opponent. So, so this is a big test for them, I think.
Oh yeah, stakes are high.
And the Cougars this week it's not going to get any easier for them. They're going to be going down south. Friday they're at Cal Baptist. They played 2 four-year schools down there, including Cal Baptist. And then they're going to go to play another doubleheader on Saturday. That's on Friday, the Cal Baptist tournament. Then on Saturday, they're going to go to Biola College up in La Mirada, and they're going to play Biola and the University of Toronto. So not only are they playing four-year schools, they're actually playing an international four-year school.
Wow.
We can count Canada, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So our friends from the north are coming down, and so Cougars got to get a lot of tests. And this is one of the best ones they've had so far this year. So this is important to see how the Cougars respond going into this quarter, tied 5-5 with a rival. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, in the last 11 years, 11 full seasons, only the Cougars or the Monarchs have won a conference title in the Western State Conference. So these are definitely the two best programs. No offense to Ventura, who won in 12 years ago, but Ventura is not going to be able to play in the playoffs this year. They are sanctioned for a year. So it's between LA Valley and Cuesta College. Cuesta will have the advantage. They will be hosting the Western State Conference tournament at the end of this month, and that will determine the overall conference winner.
Another win on the fast break from Cuesta.
Aaron Ray on the sprint. And Stosh Perry up in front early.
Oh, just can't get a grip on the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think he was, we talked about earlier, Stosh is 6'7", and he can get out of the water, and throwing it low to him was the wrong thing. He got himself a little bit tangled up.
As you can see, they're really struggling against Cuesta's defense here.
And
Playing
blindsided by
very
Dean Moody. And steal for the Cougars. Cougars usually a monster fast break team, just have not been able to get a big break on the break. There's Aaron Ray, he forces that one in to Johnny Northcutt. And see LA Valley dropping back pretty much on Northcutt. They have not had an answer for him or his brother Jordan. They're easily the two biggest guys out there. Johnny had listed at 6'5", 220, and Jordan not much far behind there. And Cougars all called for the sink. That's going to send Stosh Perry to the penalty box for 20 seconds. Power play for LA Valley. In the box is Ethan Merritt coming in for Perry. And a great save right there, Armin Justin. And Merritt comes in. That 20-second power play is over. And Ethan Merritt is in the ball game, all tied up. And even up, 6-6. 5-5 on the score, 6 people on for each team. Clarify that.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in on the drop.
Number 10 had both his hands up, trying not to get that exclusion.
Yeah, Ethan Merritt got caught out of position. Luckily, Justin came out. That could have been playing defense from behind will get you excluded, but Justin came out and covered him.
Oh, nice.
So Moody
Turning that inside water there.
Gets the exclusion. Cougars on the power play. They need a goal right now. They've had control of the game most of the way. Leading or tied. Now Loshin Zwashka. Not exactly what you want on 6-on-5. Goalie set on you, defense set on you, and tried to power it through. Got a 6-on-5, got to move around, find that 2-on-1 somewhere. And LA Valley just did. Great.
Great
That
block.
may be a game saver right there. That could be the game saver right there by Armin Justin. Because that was a must goal for LA Valley. Cougars have numbers now. And Zwashka's going to try and make up for it this time. He makes the pass inside.
Doesn't quite get it in.
Cougars got to find some corners. I don't know. This game is kind of smell it in the air. I think we're going to be seeing some extra quarters today. Some free water polo for our fans. Got 4 minutes left. It's still knotted at 5.
Shot clock's running out for LA Valley there.
And there we go. Cougars back up. They don't have numbers. The vaunted Cuesta fast break has not been happening. LA Valley does a great job. I don't think they have as much speed as Cuesta, but they've been doing a great job of getting smart back on the counterattack. And there you go. Moody,
Yeah.
Dean Moody, like I said, second team All-American last year, kind of weaseled his way in there. I don't want to say wormed his, no, he snuck in there.
Slipped on in there.
Slipped on in there, got it in there. And boy, he took a beating there, but he got himself a penalty shot right now. And Aaron Ray will take it. So here's a big opportunity for the Cougars. Great work by Dean Moody. And Aaron Ray trying to give the Cougars the lead here. Goalie's head has to be on the goal line when the whistle blows.
Nice, very precise foot there, right there in the top left corner.
You can see the goalie. Sometimes it's a little gamesmanship from the goaltender. They'll come sneaking out and make the official put him back in a couple times, kind of ice the shooter, make that ball get a little heavy, you know.
Oh yeah.
So the Cougars swap Northcutts. The sophomore Johnny, second team all-conference last year, and the freshman Jordan is now in there. Number 11 in, number 7 out.
See if LA Valley can work it in. Sets open.
And there's Johnny.
Yeah.
Jordan Northcutt, nice steal. LA Valley's offense was set up. They swung it over there, but nice defense there by Jordan Northcutt. Got a piece of the ball. And again, it's a real simple concept, but tough to stop. If you're behind the offensive player, you can't really foul
Yeah, no, you have that inside water. You have
So,
goal side. It's over for the defense there.
once you have advantage, it's real easy for the officials. And we have two of the best again, like Cameron Allen on the far side, Dave Riley on the near side. We try and play defense from behind and take away advantage. It's a real easy call. So, big opportunity for the Cougars right here.
Yeah.
This game has been one goal, one way or the other, the whole way through. So this is going to be, could be big. A 2-goal lead with 3 minutes left.
It's almost solidifying the game there.
I wouldn't put it in the fridge yet, but I'd start putting some cellophane on it maybe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good analogy there.
Break out the Tupperware.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing this LA Valley play, and they're a solid team. It's,
The Cougars setting up their power play here. 6-on-5 advantage. Both goalies doing a great job today. Ivan Danilov's had some tremendous blocks in there for LA Valley.
working inside
Arvin
the
Justin's
two a little bit.
saved the game several times for the Cougars already.
Ooh. On a power play like this, drop balls is just wasted time. Ooh,
And there you go.
nice.
Scott Perry climbs the ladder.
Beautiful shot, inside passing.
You can't coach 6'7".
Yeah.
He's just a great athlete out there. Good hands. And a nice pass. The only person who's going to get that pass from Strecker right there was going to be Stoch Perry. And Stoch Perry gives the Cougars a 2-goal lead, 7-5.
Just looking for a pass. No one's getting open.
So Northcutt drops back. And Northcutt again. Northcutt not known as a defensive player, is more of an offensive player, but that's two great steals right there in a row.
Oh,
So LA Valley trying to clear out on that left-hander side and kind of isolated Jordan Northcutt, but he's made steals on both the last two trips down.
it's really good.
Coach Jim Mcmillan calls a timeout. Both teams have plenty of timeouts left, 2 left, with 2 minutes left, so you know how it is sometimes in basketball games. Those last 2 minutes take a long time.
Oh, yeah.
This could take a long time. This is like a big game for both teams.
Yeah, LA Valley definitely still has a chance to tie the score once again. Cuesta is probably going to start. We're really pushing the defense.
I think they're starting to figure it out. I don't know if LA Valley will go back to that ISO play out there on the 4-5 side. On the 1-2 side, as we go, is how they call it right now from the goaltender's right. You go 1-2, point is 3, and on the goaltender's left, that's 4 and 5. So the mismatch they've been doing this quarter has been on the 5 side, and the other side they've done a 1-2-3 rotating drive, and that's kind of how they've been running through. Run somebody through, try to get an exclusion, hold, sink, pull back like we saw. If your defender you get ahead of your defender, they do something to impede you. That's going to get the power play. And I think that's what they've been trying to do.
Yeah.
And the Cougars so far have figured that one out a little bit, so they've been going to the 4-5 side, trying to mix it up a little bit. And like I said, Jim Mcmillan's one of the best coaches in the state, and so he's going to always, this is one of those times as another coach, you kind of sit out here and take your clipboards and what did Jim write up, and so you can use that later yourself.
Yeah. Hey.
So there's a crisscross right there in the middle. And Northcutt's dropping back. They're going attacking Northcutt again after 2 straight steals. So Northcutt's out there, big paw in the air. He's not a little guy.
Gonna drop back, try and block that. Oh.
Great opportunity way up there. That was Saku Kaputikin. He's got 2 goals already. He is way up there. He may have gotten too high. kind of had to wait for himself to come down a little bit to take the shot and didn't have the power behind it that he wanted.
Yeah.
The Cougars are probably going to use all 13 seconds left on that shot clock.
Yeah, pass that ball around, get it to the open guy. Oh.
And if it's deflected by a field player, it goes back to the home team. Deflected by the goalie out of bounds, and it's a new shot clock for the offense.
Yeah.
Not the home team, the defending team.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's trying to get inside water there.
Nice little lob. Goes up high. The rebound was almost.
Offensive.
So we are under a minute. This is almost on ice right there. Cougars can run out the clock and still have 10 seconds left and a 2-goal lead. The Cougars add on there.
That.
And there's Jordan Northcutt after a couple of great defensive plays. He gets his goal. Good for Jordan.
Yes.
Now this is, I'll tell you right now, crucially, in the seeding process, it's a plus or minus 3 which every game you play. There's no RPI or anything like that. It's straight how you do against opponents and common opponents. So a 3-goal lead is massive for number 3 Cougars against the number 8 LA Valley. So that's the maximum you can have is a 3-point lead. If you win by 4, it's a 3-point lead in the seeding process. So they're at maximum points right there. To get that in this game would be a big advantage for the Cougars. And it looks like they'll get it. So 4 seconds left, and that's going to do it. Justin puts the ball in play. Clock starts. And the goalie from the other side came all the way up. They were going to go. That's a new rule. The goalie can come onto offense now. And he was going to attack the other goalie. And that forced Coach John Marsh, with 1 second left on the clock, to call timeout to protect his goalie because he saw the other goalie underwater and nobody else did.
Oh, man.
So that's coaching to the last second right there.
There you go.
He's going to be able to hold on to that 3-point lead, and that's going to be important in seeding. And everybody else is probably just like, whatever, it's okay. We've won the game. But he knows strategically that 3-goal lead is important, and so did Jim Mcmillan, and that's why he tried to get that little sneaky goal back there. So that does it for us here at Cuesta. Zach, thanks for joining me for the fourth quarter there.
Hey, yes, thank you so much. That was a great fourth quarter, great game. Both teams played absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you must be the Cougars' lucky charm there, because all of a sudden our offense exploded right there.
Yeah, there
we
go.
Almost as many goals in the fourth quarter as we did in the first 3.
Yeah. All right, that's awesome.
All right, that does it here for Cuesta TV. We'll be back a couple of weeks from now with a doubleheader with women's volleyball and wrestling. Thank you very much for joining us, and be sure to check us out at Cuesta HDTV on YouTube, or check the Cuesta Athletics website at cuestaathletics.com. Thank you very much for joining us. Your Cuesta Cougars 8, Los Angeles Valley Monarchs 5. That's water polo here in San Luis Obispo.